So I am here to admit my productivity is in the pooper these days. Yeah, the pooper. And what do I mean by the pooper? The toilet. The amount of productivity I feel that I can be giving is not happening. So in today's video, I am going to dedicate to you because I feel like if I tell you that I'm going to do these things, then I will be more likely to do them. 10 new habits that I am going to put into place to get my productivity out of the toilet. But before we get started, if you are new here, my name is Jennifer, and on my channel, I talk about saving money and living a simple life. I'm also documenting our journey to paying off our mortgage by the year of 2024 and ultimately being financially independent. So if any of that interests you, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I have finally decided that I need to recalibrate what is going on, because right now I feel like every day is passing by and I am not even knowing where the time went or what I did get done. So I have been doing some research, reading some books, looking at some blogs, and deciding what I need to put in place to get back to being productive Jennifer. I have been finding that I am exhausted throughout the day. I have also, not been able to make as quick of progress on my candle business. And yes, I work a full-time job. I have a 4-year-old. I have a husband who works a crazy schedule. We have a dog. He's not that much to manage, but I also do 3 videos a week on YouTube. There are full-time YouTubers that don't even do 3 videos a week on YouTube. And I'm trying to start a candle business. So yes, there's a lot that I'm doing, but I know that I can do it and I enjoy it. And I know that I'm not being productive throughout some of my day. Now, this is not my work day. This is the before and after my work day. There are 10 habits that I am telling you I am going to put into place in the month of August to try to flip this around and get my productivity out of the pooper. And I am asking that you help me hold myself accountable. Can you do that, please? Maybe, just for me? Number 1, I am going to wake up every morning at 4:45 a.m. Yeah, it may seem crazy to some of you. I already get up at 5 o'clock on a few days a week, so it's not that complicated, but I don't get up early enough on any day of the week in order to do something for myself. So what I was doing last year around June or July is I was getting up 30 to 45 minutes earlier than the time I needed to get out the door. And that was to go for a walk, a jog, to do some meditation, some yoga. And I was also doing yoga at night. I was doing some Pilates as well. And I felt great. When I was focused on making sure that I was taking care of myself, that is when the idea of where my YouTube channel needed to go. That is when I tell you that you can have the most enlightening and the most, you're listening to where you should be going and being directed. And that is when that happens. I mean, around November of 2020, I only had about 150 subscribers. And then in December, it kind of just took off. And I have been doing YouTube before that for 2.5 years. So this is when I found that idea. And I have just been missing that. I've been questioning myself a lot and missing that enlightenment that I was finding. So getting up at 4:45 a.m. will allow me, regardless, to get out the door, to go out and walk and think. And the book I just finished, I actually read it twice, called Cal Newport Deep Work, talks about it being productive meditation. And what that means is you're doing something and you put a problem, whatever the problem is, you put into your head. And when you go and you walk, you let the problem solve itself in your head. And I absolutely know this is true. I've done this myself. So that is number 1, getting up every morning, regardless of the day of the week, at 4:45 a.m. The second is to walk every morning. Obviously, if it's not raining, because my husband says, well, it's just rain. Well, yeah, and then your shoes get wet and your socks get wet and your feet get squishy, and that's never fun. I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of walking or running with squishy feet. So walking every morning. If I cannot walk for some reason, the weather is not allowing it, then I will be doing yoga and doing just a longer session of yoga. After I walk, I always like to do a little bit of yoga. Number 3 is 10 to 15 minutes of yoga every morning. My favorite type of yoga is yin yoga. If you're interested, my favorite person for a short yin yoga class is yin yoga with Yoga with Cassandra. Yeah, Yoga with Cassandra, and it's with a K. She just has great videos on, beginner, medium, high levels, helping with yin yoga, but it's really good after a walk just to stretch. You're sore, or not sore, but you're tightened after the night, and it just kind of wakes you up. I love her videos. So that is number 3, 10 to 15 minutes of yoga every morning. Now, in the past, the next few items are something that I have said, I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. That's not going to work for me. It doesn't work for me. I am going to try them, because at this point, I think all the kind of things that I've listened to, watched, I think it is the smartest way for me to go about. So the next one is number 4, is to make a weekly to-do list. And that's for personal, that's for work, that's for YouTube, and that is for the candle business. Weekly to-do list. A daily to-do list is probably a little bit too much for me to start right now, but a weekly to-do list. So setting aside time on a Sunday to set up my weekly to-do list. That way I know what happens is my brain becomes so scattered with again, my full-time job, my child, my husband, my dog, my YouTube, my candle business, that I can't remember. I'll be in a moment where I have a time to do something and I can't remember what I need to do. And I'm sitting there for 10 or 15 minutes, and then I get pulled to go do laundry, and I miss an opportunity to do something and check something off my list because I don't know. In that moment, I can't think of it. Number 5 is I am going to begin planning my day the night before. I'm going to have a planner, which I have ordered one. I am very excited. It took me, I went to one Walmart, 2 Targets, online. It took me forever to find the perfect planner for what I was looking for. I even looked at the Erin Condren ones, and those are great, but I mean, some of them are this thick, and I just know me, and I'm not going to carry that thick of something around. I barely carry anything in my purse. So I just think having a planner and being able to use that planner for those lists and be able to look at my day, my week, what is happening, my YouTube content, when I'm planning it out, and being more strategic with that. So having time every night to plan my day. So setting aside 10 minutes, it doesn't have to be long, 5-10 minutes every night to plan my day for the next day. I know that when I have done this, or when I already have a plan for the next day, I go to bed better. I sleep better. I sleep assured, knowing I've got a good plan. Tomorrow's going to be a good day. This is what I'm going to do. I'm a planner anyway in my head, as far as I like to know what's happening, what's going on, but the problem is I've got so much going on that I can't remember it all. Number 6 is I am going to begin utilizing block scheduling. I also got this idea from the book Deep Work by Cal Newport. I say it over and over again. I'm blue in the face at this point. But he talks about scheduling. And some people say block scheduling is dumb because you're restricting yourself. Not the way he talks about it in the book. What's happening is, what's dumb for me is letting my day go by, not realizing my time, where my time is going, and it's gone before I know it. That to me is what's dumb. But setting aside, taking your schedule. So if you don't know what block scheduling is, it's a schedule, like you'll have a graph Monday through Sunday, and it'll have 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Those are your most productive times, right? And then you set aside certain things that you do during those times. So 6 a.m., walk, yoga, whatever, 7 a.m. in the office, and then for work as well, I'm going to do this. So, dedicating maybe an hour to emails, and then maybe an hour for to-do list, and then lunch and a break, and then maybe another hour for emails, and then maybe an hour for a meeting. And yes, your day changes throughout the day, but that's okay. If you use a erasable pen or a pencil, you can move things around, but you still have structured your day so that you know what you're having to do next. And if something does bring you off track, you can see what you missed that day and then put it on the next day. So I think this is going to really, really help me. And I'm excited for this planner to come in, because the planner, one of the reasons it was hard for me to find a planner is because I was looking for one that already had that schedule in it. And this one is so cool because it actually has a budget planner in it as well. I am very excited to try this. As you guys know, I've tried a ton of budgeting ways in my life and came up finally with a monthly paycheck to paycheck budget, but I'm always willing to try new things and maybe something works. And I also think that in certain times of life, things change. You get bored with things. And there's a time that you need to change the thing that you're doing in order to keep it as a habit. Keep it interesting is probably a better way to say it, so that you keep doing it. Number 7 is every night before I go to bed, I'm going to do the 10-minute cleanup. I've talked to you about this, and I tell you guys things, or I talk about things on my channel, and trust me, I am not perfect. I don't remember to do them all the time. I just hope that you can take some of it and make it work for you, leave what you don't. This is one of the things that I've talked about and I used to do. Again, it just fell off the wagon, and that's okay. That is okay. We can circle back and get back. We can circle back. Anyway, we can get back to where we need to be and make things work again. So I'm going to put this on my list of things again to start back. 10 minutes before I go to bed. We cleaned up the house yesterday, straightened it up. It didn't take more than 10 to 15 minutes with us, with the 3 of us. And because my daughter is like a hurricane. It's like, and stuff's everywhere, trust me. But that's probably my own fault because I was like that as a child. Sorry, Mom. So we got everything straightened and just this feeling, my husband says he doesn't feel it, but this feeling of relief when the house is straightened is just, it's just amazing. I'm sorry, but you talk about, what is that chemical, dopamine or whatever, that I feel a rush, like, it's clean. So 10 minutes before bed, that way I can go to bed peaceful, things are put away in their spot because I like things to have their own specific home, and I can rest. Number 8, meditating at least 3 times a week. So I want to make at least walking and yoga an everyday thing. Meditating sometimes is hard for me if I've already done those things to still have the quiet time, 10, 15. If I meditate, I like to meditate for about 20 minutes. And meditation for you is for anybody, it's a practice. For me, I've been doing it now for a little while, and some people say meditation and prayer. I put them together. It's the same thing. But a time where I can sit aside, and they say to meditate in the morning is better than at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, it's even harder to get out of your head because of everything that's kind of happened. So if I can, on the days that getting up at 4:45 allows me even more time before my 4-year-old gets up, then I will put that meditation in. But doing it at least 3 times a week, even if I have to take a 10-minute lunch break to sit, relax, and just try to come back. And I like guided meditation. One of my favorite people for guided meditation is Boho Beautiful. It's a yoga YouTube channel, and you can just go do Boho Beautiful guided meditation. Julianne just has this calm, relaxing voice, and then she gives you an allocation of time where she's not talking. Some guided meditations talk the entire time, but she gives you an allocated amount of time where she's not. It's just one of my favorites. Number 9 is to read my daily devotional every single night. Now, I have never had a devotional. My spiritual journey is a story and a video on its own. And if you would like for me to tell you about it, please let me know down below. I would love to tell you. It's been very interesting. But this is the book that I found called Jesus Calling, Enjoying Peace in His Presence. And yes, I'm a Christian. If you're not, just skip this one, okay? But it's a note-taking edition. And so each day, it's super simple. It's got just this little bit of wording and then 3 scriptures. And I've never done this. I've never done this. But this devotional is amazing. Some of the stuff that is written in the days, it has the specific day that not every day has something that kind of resonates with me. But some of the days when just the exact words that I need are there. The exact words that I needed to hear are there. I cannot recommend this enough, and I have had it, I think, for about 2 weeks. I am excited to continue to read it, and it's this wonderful, almost like faux suede material too, and I just keep it by my bed. And then you can also make notes, which I have done. Where did I find it? I've made notes here for myself so that if I look back at it in the year, I can see. It's just fun to look back at where you were. But I will link this down below if anybody's interested in it. Number 10 is about my nighttime routine. Doing 10 to 15 minutes of yoga, again, yin yoga. It releases the day, it releases the tension. On this one, I also like to use Yin Yoga by Cassandra. She has some nighttime routines, and it's just relaxing, and it just calms your brain, helps you relax, and then after that, read a book for 10 to 15 minutes. And that's it, and go to bed. Sometimes I still have fallen, even though I put my phone to sleep in my bathroom, which that's a whole nother productivity thing that I love. I do not sleep with my phone, not happening. It sleeps in the bathroom where I cannot snooze it and I cannot check it in the morning and spend 20 minutes in the bed or 30 minutes or an hour like some people do. I have to get up immediately. So my phone always goes to bed in the bathroom. But basically, I will still sit there and maybe watch. If you've ever seen ASMR, it's all about relaxing, and it's some crazy stuff. But there are some really relaxing ASMR videos on YouTube, and I had a hard time previously getting to sleep. That is one of the things that I used. But again, still, that's stimulating my brain. I'm still trying to get out of the habit of it because it's still having that phone in front of my face and doesn't feel like it's probably a good thing for my restful night's sleep. So let's recap. Every morning, I'm going to wake up at 4:45 a.m., go for a walk, do a little yoga. On Sundays, I'm going to make a weekly to-do list for my personal life, for my YouTube channel, my candle business, and for my work. I'm going to use a planner to plan my day the night before. I'm going to use block scheduling to help me keep myself on track with the things that I had intended to do. I am going to meditate at least 3 times a week. I'm going to make sure I read my devotional every night. And along with that part of my nighttime routine, doing 10 to 15 minutes of relaxing night yin yoga, along with 10 to 15 minutes of whatever good book I'm reading. So I think that this is the path I need to take to try to get my productivity out of the pooper. So if you have any productivity, anti-procrastination tips, books, anything that you think has been helpful or could be helpful, please let me know down below. I would love to hear it. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel because at the end of the month, I am going to give you an update about what worked, what didn't, what I did for a little bit, what stopped, what may have helped. Also, can you guys tell me, any of those of you who have a hard time getting up early, what it is that you use to motivate yourself to get up? Some people say it's a cup of coffee, which I don't drink coffee. What else do you guys use that helps motivate you to get up early when you technically don't have to? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you back for more videos.